Hi, I'm Brenda Waugh, and I am a lawyer and mediator in the Shenandoah Valley, Northern Shenandoah Valley in Virginia and West Virginia. I accept mediation cases throughout the state of Virginia and West Virginia, and occasionally in Washington, D.C., and accept limited amount of representation in cases in Virginia and West Virginia. Today, I'm here to help folks that are considering divorce to know what the steps are in getting divorced. And so these are kind of like the legal steps that are required to be able to get divorced in West Virginia. The same process applies to get a custody order if you have not been married. Here's the legal disclaimers, and there just a couple things. This is all information. I don't want someone to take this as legal advice and make any decisions on it. It's just to give you some background information, and it only pertains to West Virginia. So we're going to talk about the process. What are the steps? What's the process for getting divorced? The first thing is that you have to determine that jurisdiction and venue are appropriate in your county and your state. That can be a little bit complicated, but generally speaking, if you and your spouse last live together in the same county, in the same state, and you're still living there, that's going to be the place that would have jurisdiction and venue. If either of you have moved out of state or are living in different counties, that can impact the best place to file, and you would probably want to talk to an attorney or review the statute to decide what state would have jurisdiction and where venue would be placed. So once you've determined that West Virginia is the suitable place to file, what are the steps? Important things about West Virginia is there's no period of separation required. Neighboring Virginia requires separation before filing. West Virginia does not. You can actually still be living in the same household when you file for divorce. The petition for divorce is filed. It's called a petition, and it is filed with the circuit clerk in the county where you have decided that venue and jurisdiction would be appropriate. After the divorce petition is filed, if children are involved, the court generally will require that the parties attend a parenting class, and the class is focused on what happens to kids when they are going through a divorce with their family. In West Virginia, the law is that if a case is filed and there's no agreement as to custody, the matter is supposed to be sent to mediation. As a matter of practice, there's not enough mediators for that to happen, but it's certainly within the court's discretion to require the parties to participate in mediation subject to availability. After the petition is filed, it is then served to the other party, and an answer is filed and a hearing is scheduled. Sometimes the other party will just file an acceptance of service, and it doesn't have to be served. The hearing is then held, and the court issues an order after that hearing. So what would be your next steps? Those are the steps in getting divorced. Pretty straightforward. What are the next steps? Of course, the most important thing is to make sure you're ready. I understand that you can pursue counseling. You can also pursue what's called discernment counseling to help you discern whether or not divorce is the best option. The next thing is to decide on what your process you want. There's a whole nother video that talks about processes because you have options like collaborative divorce, mediation, arbitration, and litigation. And so it's important for you to pick which process is right for your family. Once you decide on a process, then you need to pick professionals. If you decide on mediation, who's going to be your mediator? Are you going to use attorneys with mediation, or are you going to be pro se? If you decide on litigation, who is going to be your lawyer? If you decide on collaborative law, are there collaborative lawyers available in your area to take the case? So pick your professionals. You're going to be needing to assemble financial documents. So start doing that at any point in time, and then you'll schedule meetings with professionals. A lot of people ask me, do I need to hire a lawyer for my divorce? It really depends on your situation. Here are some things that you might want to consider. None of them are critical. Just remember that if you attend mediation, your mediator cannot give you legal advice. And also, if you select collaborative divorce, that does not mean that you're going to be pitted against one another as you would be in a typical litigated divorce. So in deciding whether to hire a lawyer, you really should look at the other video I had that talks about processes, because that may impact your decision. If you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Just go online to brendawaugh.com and schedule a free meeting with me, and I can answer your questions. Again, there's several other videos that I encourage you to watch. I think it will help you get a better background, and you will be more informed when we have our free meetings. So good luck in researching and making your decision.